I think DJ played. He played pretty well tonight. Outside of that big fumble, um, you know, I think it was a solid game.
Yeah.
The one thing you can never say about DJ, as much criticism as he's gotten and that he probably deserves. Uh, we talked about the things that he does well, and one of the other things that I think he deserves credit for is he never gives up, man. He's not a quitter. When things look at their worst, like he does not quit. He'll run back out there, and I do think he's given it his all. So, um, he's the quarterback for this season at least. We'll see what happens going into the offseason, whether he decides to go pro or what decisions are made in the offseason. Who knows what that'll look like? But Clemson still got a lot to play for this season, and DJ's going to be the guy. So, we got to hope we see the DJ that we saw tonight and not the DJ that we saw against Syracuse, right? So that's we got to hope for as Clemson fans. He's going to be the guy. We still have, a couple games to play. We got Miami next week?
Yep. And South
Miami
Carolina
next week, and then South Carolina, and then we'll probably see North Carolina in the ACC championship game. So, we got some big games coming up. South Carolina, I don't think they're a great team by any means, but they're certainly not going to lay down for Clemson. I mean, you think they're not going to be jacked up about an opportunity to take Clemson's home winning streak away from them, and in the streak that they have against South Carolina, they'll be jacked up to do it. They got nothing else to play. They got nothing else to play for.
I don't know if you watched them play today, but
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're good or they have a chance because, I mean, let's be honest, they don't. But Clemson better be ready. Look, if we play like we played against Syracuse, they do have a chance. Okay? So let's not play like that anymore. Special teams tonight. Hey, what's up with that Louisville punter, man? What's that dude could kick it like 70 yards or something, bro? Like, what?
Yeah,
Jesus.
every punter turns into like a punt god when they play us. It seems.
Why every punter that we play can literally kick the ball 60 and 70 yards and we can't? Like, what is going on with that?
And well, to be fair, Aiden Swanson had a good game. I thought he punted pretty well.
Look, he's been a lot better. I've been rough on Aiden Swanson this year because it is what it is. It's the punting game. So it's an easy target to pick on. But yeah, man, it seems like every punter that plays against us is just like an NFL leg out there. I don't know what happens. But Antonio Williams had that good return on that punt that went. It seemed like that punt went forever, but he did have a good return on it. But yeah, that kind of wraps up most of the game, man. I think we played overall pretty well. You got any last minute thoughts on the game before we get to the comment section and talk with them for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered mostly everything. Yeah, just once again, happy to be in the win column. I was very skeptical about this game going in. I picked us to win by 3 points.
Yeah.
In the pregame show, and this morning when the injury news came out, I was expecting us to lose. To be honest,
when Trent Simpson, he was out, and then we had.
Walker Parks being
out.
I was like, oh man! I was I was missing offensive line starters against a front as aggressive as Louisville is.
That's never good.
Yeah, that scared me.
That's
obviously Bo Collins also being out. This DJ's guy. Even though I thought we were missing guys at some less than ideal positions, but Mitchell Mays came in there and he he typically is, he's listed as a tackle, but they slid him in at right guard, and I thought he played pretty well, all things considered. So
you didn't hear his name called, which
right.
usually means you played well as an offensive lineman, right? If the fans and the announcers don't talk about you, that's probably a good thing as an offensive lineman.
Right.
That's kind of par for the course. But yeah, you had a you had a 30-27 score prediction against Louisville. I was wrong. I picked us to win by 3 I picked us to win by 4. I picked us 21-17. So I was clearly wrong. Our defense,
I gave the offense more credit.
you gave the offense more credit than I did.
I was
I wasn't close. Sure. I wasn't sure how the offense. Yeah, you were 1 point off. You were pretty close, but you thought the defense would do slightly worse.
Yeah, and some of the things I thought we would see did happen. Like we did not, obviously, the stretch run play that that they do a lot. I thought when they did it, mm-hmm. they got a bunch of chunk yardage. But hey,
I think so. That last touchdown for Louisville actually helped DeAndre edge out Smitty in the score prediction category. DeAndre had a 30-17 score prediction.
Ooh,
almost right on the head.
Yeah, that's pretty much on. That's
and
on
then
the money.
Smitty had a 35-10 score prediction. So, yeah, he would have been pretty close. But DeAndre almost nails it. He's wrong in one point on each side of the score. But 30-17 was his score prediction. So, shout out DeAndre. I know we lost him in the stream, but shout out DeAndre. Thanks for stopping in. You were obviously the closest on the score prediction this week. So, hey, I don't know what you win, but I guess bragging rights.
We're not giving them anything.
I'm not buying you anything. But
right, me neither.
Good job. Let's get some shout out to the comments over here. Big Mix in the house. Our usual Edward, another one of our usuals. Bryce, John Sarian, another usual. WB2DX, see him in here a lot as well. Hunter Goatfro, see him in here a lot. Hey, a lot of guys we already see in here. Austin Williams gets in. He's a Cardinals fan.
Shout out to Austin.
Hey, Louisville fan. Hey, you're thanks for showing back up. He said I had 45-17. Clemson? Really? Okay.
Wow.
I did not know that was your score prediction.
Yeah, I didn't even. He didn't even tell me that before.
You gave our offense way more credit than I would have ever given him.
Right, and he. I know him. I know him from over on in the Mark Rogers Discord, and he did. I don't think he gave me. I might be wrong, but I don't think he gave me his. I knew he told me he was worried because Clemson was coming off of a loss, and he was like, "I don't want to play angry Clemson." He's like, "I almost wish Clemson would have won against Notre Dame last week because they catch him sleeping." But
I understand.
I didn't think he had that little faith.
Especially this defense and how they kind of got killed in the media and by fans, and all the talk was, Notre Dame manhandled Clemson. Like, I could understand his thought process going into the Clemson game. Like, man, like not only just playing Clemson, but I don't want to play that defense. With all that bulletin board material and all those NFL guys. I mean, because is inconsistent as the Clemson defense has been this year, they still do have a ton of NFL dudes playing on that defense, and the last thing you want to do is play all those dudes mad. You saw what happened tonight. I think it was part of it. They did give up some big plays, but they were after the quarterback all night. They were in the backfield. They were getting tackles for losses. They were being disruptive all night. So